Holy sh**.
So, how's that for a teaser? For those of you who've been following along, AJ and I had the opportunity to go out to California in October for a big event with Tesla. We got to take one of our Screen Use original kits. It was absolutely amazing. So the details on that part of the trip are coming up in our next video. Last week, on our last video, we talked about part one of our California adventure. We went to Sepulveda Dam, recreated some scenes from Nightmares. It was so much fun. This week's video is going to blow your mind. Most of you guys know Don Peake. Don was the composer of Knight Rider for 77 episodes from season 1 Hearts of Stone through the end of the series. Don has been a really good friend of ours for a couple decades now, and we helped him produce some of his Knight Rider soundtrack CDs back in the day, and he's just been a really great friend. So during our trip out to California, we made a point to go see Don. He took us out to lunch. It was a great time, had us laughing with all of his stories, and if you haven't heard one of Don's stories, you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but they're incredible, absolutely incredible. Anyways, it's neither here nor there. So we went back to Don's recording studio, and we had the opportunity to interview him just about his life, his career, all that stuff, and that'll be something coming up in the future. But one of the other things we had the opportunity to do was go through some boxes from Don's career. Many of you guys know on our website, knightriderhistorians.com, we sell digital copies of the episode soundtracks from Don. We do that as a favor to him, and it's a way for him to, get some royalties from his music and get the music out to all of you guys. And we're missing about a dozen of his episodes. The original magnetic tape reels have not been located. So we wanted to go through his garage to see if we could find them. Well, we did find a couple of them, which I'll show you here in a few minutes. But that pales in comparison to what we found in his garage in this box right here. Now, AJ, of course, for those of you who know AJ, he's always filming, right? So fortunately, because of that, we have footage of first AJ making this discovery in the garage, live. And then also, he surprised me with it. So he came here a week after the California event and recorded my reaction to seeing what's in this box. So I'm going to splice those clips in here, and whenever you see AJ's reaction, you'll start to see kind of what this is, and then you'll see my reaction, and then we'll come back here and I'll go over this in a bit more detail, because those videos don't show you the detail, they just kind of show you the discovery and kind of what it is. So we'll go over this in more detail.
Yeah, this is a gold box. Oh my God. Don Work Videos. We take this whole box. Yeah, I found one box that I never would have believed existed. And it's in the driveway, and it kind of has to be seen to believed.
Oh yeah, what is it? Tell me.
It looks to be original Knight Rider VHS.
Oh, let's have a look.
Let's have a look.
Have a gander.
Let's have a look.
Oh yeah.
Look, Don Work Videos. Well, I don't know about Napoleon, but look at the rest of these.
Yeah.
This is pre-broadcast.
They're probably the episodes that you have to write.
They're definitely the episodes. I recognize exactly what they are. They're not complete, which is fantastic because it's pre-production.
Yeah.
This is pre-production Knight Rider stuff. I never thought he had this.
So
ever.
They might even be outtakes you didn't see.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is as good as it gets, man.
Well,
So I just said, up, taking the whole box.
take it.
Taking the whole box.
Awesome. Well, look, you can probably fit some of these other.
Well, I'll
nothing
keep.
You don't want to mix it up.
Yeah, in this case, context is actually quite important. That's kind of why I document it the way that I do. But this is amazing.
Great.
This one box is stunning.
Well, good. I love it.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Totally worth it. This came from your garage, and so it just blended in with all the other boxes.
And you're taking it with you?
I hope to.
Dear God.
Oh yes, this one in particular.
Really?
And I think you'll see why. Because
Is it the rat?
No, but we open it up and we see Don Work Videos, which isn't anything particularly special.
Uh-oh.
But then let's look inside, shall we?
I'm looking.
Why don't you pull some of those out and see what they say, if you can.
Oh, it says Knight Rider.
It surely does. Have a look.
Wow.
A&E. It's AME.
Yeah. Oh, it's actually AMG or AME?
AME.
And what is it?
And so, Knight Rider, production number 58642, Night in Retreat, composer's setup.
Oh, Francis Ford Coppola, Napoleon.
Ah.
Do you know about that film? Well, it's a long story.
It's a long story, but it was...
Abel Gans was
Yes.
the director. Okay,
But here-
this is fantastic. Wait.
Yes.
Before you thrust this
Before I
at me,
thrust it at you.
tell me, is there anything here that we didn't have? Is Goliath in here?
No, unfortunately, no. I know. There's nothing here we didn't have the music for that I can see.
But this is before the production was finished.
Correct.
Oh, that's nice.
So this is a version of the episode. I assume, I can only assume, that based on the context, that this is a version of the episode that we would never have any other opportunity to see.
Absolutely true. And here's Chameleon.
That's right. Third season episode.
Wow. And
So-
what's this one?
It's a mix of third and fourth seasons episodes.
Night in the Fast Lane.
Night in the Fast Lane, right? So I like how they Knight Rider is one word. There's no space.
No.
But they knew who. We knew who it was. We knew who it was. Yeah, Ice Bandits, which is early third season.
Wow.
Do you remember these at all?
No. But that's okay. VHS composer's setup. 60 minutes. 8/28/84.
So presumably it's the episode without any music.
Yeah, it has to be. Wow. Well,
So we don't know what we
So
found.
you're
but
gonna take
as-
this with you?
As soon as I found this box, I said, if I take one box, it has to be this one.
okay. So then, this is amazing.
It is really amazing, yes.
FBI warning.
Daddy's gonna hunt an airwolf.
Uh-oh.
You've got an Airwolf in here.
No.
What do you know about that?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
The only reason I would have that. No, it's a Knight Rider. It's kit versus car. It says kit versus cat, but they mean car.
Yeah.
No, this is kit versus car.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad to know that's.
And the label is loose.
Yes. Well, we don't want to
But
let
it's
that
not
get separated.
Airwolf. I didn't think I'd have Airwolf.
Somehow you got an Airwolf case.
Yeah, but that's just Universal did that.
Oh well, we're really glad that these were in here because
Okay, here's
they're
what
all
happened.
in one box.
Let me tell you what happened, Dave.
Please.
Do you
please.
see this discoloration here?
I do.
Okay, this is what happened. This label was on the outside.
Okay.
Was there.
Okay.
They just reused the box. That's what happened. And then I saved this, put it inside so we wouldn't lose it.
Nightline, which would have been Night Lines,
Yeah.
but yeah, here it is. You've got exactly.
Wow.
So we were so thrilled to find these, and I haven't seen them yet.
The thing that's amazing is I lived in that house on Wonderland for 48 years. These tapes came to the studio. Watch out, you hit the speaker.
Okay.
These tapes came to the studio in North Hollywood, and then I moved them to the house. Wow.
So where was your studio in North Hollywood in the early '80s? Was that in a
I
different place?
had none. I did not have a studio. See, composers, may I keep this?
What's yours?
Well,
Why would you
no.
ask me if you could keep
Because
it?
you
It's
might be
yours.
interested in Abel Gans. Okay, so the point is, these tapes had to be at the house at Wonderland
Yes,
till I sold. So these were never at the studio. These were at that Wonderland.
I would imagine so.
And then went directly to Costello.
Yeah,
That's what happened.
yeah.
Wow.
And maybe you never looked in the box; it just moved.
You know what? So I've never looked in these boxes. This is why I'm appreciating what you're doing, because, as I said, I still want to find my discharge from the Coast Guard.
Well, we'll find it for you.
Honorable discharge.
Yes.
Wow. This is a big find.
Well, yes. It's when I'm going to have to bleep out my own words when I find it because I.
Yeah. Well, the thing that's
I did not hold back. I did not hold back my excitement. Film reels. Say what you were going to say. We have some questions about this.
Just that I'm glad we found these, and I don't know what we can do with them. I mean, would the fans be interested in the show before it was
Are
finished?
you kidding?
I don't know.
Absolutely.
Really?
Yes. Absolutely.
So it's kind of work in progress.
These as it's created, as it's put together versions
Yeah.
are priceless
I had no
to us,
idea.
right? This is really, really cool stuff because the post-production everybody has, right? But the versions you don't see,
Right.
So for our Patreon supporters, I've been releasing. We once came across from resources unknown. It was there on online and it disappeared. We don't know where it came from, but it was the B-roll.
Really?
No audio, just the B-roll. You see the special effects guys. The camera starts.
Yeah.
You might see a special effects guy running, and then boom, explosion. And you really don't even hear anything. It's silent. But we're playing this for our Patreon supporters, right?
Interesting.
Exclusive access for those who actually support us for doing this kind of stuff.
Excellent.
And this certainly goes along with that.
Well, I'm thrilled that you found them.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad you saved them. Thank you for saving them.
I tried to be orderly. I'm so proud of all, this being on Knight Rider. So, I kept what I could.
Well, you did a darn good job. So film reels, and it's handwritten in. Somebody misspelled your name, or I think they didn't put
that's
the E
not
on the end.
unusual. Not unusual.
But film reels, film reels 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if it's film reels, then is this
No, 5 reels would make one show.
5 reels would make one show?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so that's a very normal thing.
Yeah.
Very, very, very cool.
This is excellent.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I found it. I was so thrilled to see it. And every single thing in this box is Knight
Yeah,
Rider.
good.
Every single thing. Okay. Okay, excellent.
I like.
Yeah, I'm glad you approve.
Yes, of course.
All right, so you told me specifically
Yes.
after you were rummaging through we were rummaging through Don's garage.
Right.
And you said specifically, go through the boxes. This is the garage. Left wall.
Yes, I did
Remember
say that.
You said go through the boxes on the left wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was worth it.
Good. Well, why don't you move this to the table with the cover on?
Oh, jeez.
Yes, I'm sorry. I had to use probably your daughter's blanket as a wrapping. And so this box, pretty much just like we found it,
The whole box.
the whole box was in the stack against the wall.
May I uncover?
It's yours.
Made in USA. That's good.
All right. Open the flaps slowly and read what it says.
Work videos. What?
Uh-huh. Okay, alrighty. That's what we're going for. That's the reaction we need.
I don't... Hang on, I need a minute.
Yeah, you do.
So these are third season. So Night Lines, Buyout, Night in Retreat again. Bad Apples, Custom Made Killer, Night Lines, Knights of the Fast Lane. Do you think these are like Airwolf? Daddy's Gone a Hunting.
Yeah, but it's crossed out, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
So open it up.
Kit versus Cat? 58617 is Kit versus Car. Are you saying we might have studio cuts of these episodes?
You think? Only... You think I've had time to review them? Of course not. Because I pulled these out. I had my own reaction, which I, caught on camera. Maybe not my face, but certainly me pulling out the box and my voice. And I promptly put the whole box in the vehicle.
With MCA ID. Look how small the tape... It says 50 minutes.
I'm sure it is 50 minutes.
What's this one? The Ice Bandit. So these are all third season.
Mm-hmm.
Knight Rider, film reels 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 830 of 84.
And according to Don, he recalls that 5 reels make up a full episode.
58619. 58619. So Kit versus... Hold on a second. So Kit versus Car was 58617. 58617. So this had to have been an early episode. Maybe Lost Night. The episode that got me hooked on... Oh, we've got to check these. This could be gold.
So what do you think it is? And, put everything in context, of course. Whose garage did we find them in?
We found them in Don Peake's garage.
Right. And, of course, what did Don do?
He did the music for the shows.
Right.
But to me, these look like... These look like rough cuts. Maybe before the music was added.
Maybe. Why maybe? Why else would he have these?
Well, right. And if you look at the dates, like Night in Retreat, February 4th of 85. Night in Retreat aired March 29th of 85.
Well, it even has old version Do Not View, which has got to be really interesting. You see?
Yeah, see, 2426. This one's 50 minutes. This one's 45. Does this have deleted scenes on it?
Well, no.
Why? How do you know?
Okay, it might. But here's my. I'm surprised to see that that's 45 because weren't all episodes
48.
38? Okay, 48 minutes, not 50, uncut from NBC.
Minus the over a minute of intro.
Okay.
And you subtract maybe the end credits.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is just, rough cut.
Right, because with the intro and the end credits, it's 50 minutes exactly. Is it not?
It's 48 minutes, roughly.
With intro and end credits?
I'd have to look.
We'd have to look, yes. But anyway, I expect these to be, rough cut or semi-polished episodes with no music. This is what Don watched when he said, we're putting music here, we're putting music here, we're putting music here. He's got his notes from Robert Foster or who knows who.
This might be in the 19th hole, custom-made killer. This could be one of the most significant Knight Rider finds since the semi.
So was it worth the build-up?
Yeah. All I want to do is go inside and put one of these in the VCR and see what it looks like.
You can. It's Christmas.
All right. And then, we also have a cut of Revenge of the Nerds.
Well, I wasn't going to take it out because I wanted to give you the full box and full context.
Oh, no. I mean,
I wish I could have not rearranged the tapes from the exact position that they were in, but I had to break the box down and put the tapes separately in a suitcase.
I'm sure.
But I wasn't going to ship these. I was going to take them back with me. I told you that.
Now I see why.
Now you see why.
These are one of a kind.
Yes, they are.
Absolutely one of a kind.
Yes, they are.
What's this one? A New Voice by Gwen Field, 1983. Phototronics. Isn't that an 80s label if I ever saw one?
Oh, it's fantastic.
These are... It's rare that I'm... Even though I'm talking a lot, I'm speechless. What's this? Don, to help you score. There's your proof right there. If this is original to that, I mean, it is. Look at how it was placed.
Oh yes, exactly. Who's L?
Don Peake to help you score L.
And is that an L or is that an R?
It's a G.
Because it says Gino Grimaldi.
Now, isn't that interesting? Especially because we have all the stuff from Gino Grimaldi when he passed. I have his original clipboard, and now we have this additional piece of Gina. Composer setup.
Yeah. Don's the composer. It's the setup so that shows him what he's composing to. At least we think that's what it is. That's what it's supposed to be. That's what it looks like it could be.
Okay. We need to go play one of these right now. And we're going to play Kit versus Cat. K-A-T-T.
All right, well, let's at least not lose labels that are floating around.
We are not losing labels.
So here's where I think this went on the tape. I think this went on the tape. I found this loose in the box.
It did go on the tape, right?
Yep, you can see it.
Right there.
So you can put it back there.
Right there.
And then on the cover, this was Airwolf, but look exactly where this went here.
Yep.
Now, that's what it came off.
Yeah.
So the Airwolf case was simply reused, but, unfortunately we don't get that Airwolf episode.
I'd rather have the Knight Rider episode.
Well, okay.
Yes. But we do get Revenge of the Nerds, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right, so you have to watch it now before opening up the gifts.
There's more gifts?
Yes.
Okay. I don't want to watch the whole episode, but I want to put it in and see what we're dealing with for a few minutes. Then we'll come back out.
All right, cool. So the VCR is set up downstairs. Do you have your digitizer ready so we could just digitize it for the first moment we see it?
Well, it is already, yes.
Then let's do that.
Okay.
All right, so you can see it's absolutely amazing. I mean, who would have thought that there would be rough cuts of episodes just sitting in a box in a garage in California? So let's get into this, and I'll show you exactly what we have here. And not to downplay these other discoveries, because I said we found a couple more episodes. So here they are. Here are the original reels. As you can see, this is Lost Night. Now, Lost Night was released way back in the year 2000. But if I remember correctly, it was missing a couple of the cues, and it didn't have the intro and outro words to it. So this should be the complete score from Lost Night with all of those intro and outro things. So we're going to get this digitized. And then this is an episode that previously was not found. Season 3's Dead of Night. This is the complete score for Dead of Night. Right here. You can see here, Dead of Night, Universal Studios. So we're going to get this digitized as well. And this will probably be of interest to some of you guys. We found these two reels. These are the soundtracks for Dalton Code of Vengeance, the spin-off sequel to Knight Rider, starring L. Charles Taylor as David Dalton, which originated from the season 2 episode Mouth of the Snake. These are the episode scores for Dalton, which is just insane that we found them. And the neat thing is, when you listen to these scores, they sound very Knight Rider-esque. They have a lot of the same kind of sounds. I think he pulled some inspiration from Mouth of the Snake to create these. And personally, Mouth of the Snake is one of the best scored episodes, in my opinion. So we've got these, and, Code of Vengeance. They had a Code of Vengeance and then Code of Vengeance 2. And we also found the score for Code of Vengeance 2. So you guys can look for this once we get all this. These need baked and then digitized. So it'll be a little bit before we get to that. This is what you want to see. So I'm going to bring you in, and let's take a look at this. All right, so what do we have here? Don Peake, Don Work Videos. This is the gold, the absolute gold. So, Knight Rider, Buyout, January 30th, 1985. I forget when that episode aired, but it was later than that. Look at that. Composer's copy. So we got Buyout. We've got Knights of the Fast Lane, called Knight in the Fast Lane here. Right there. Night Strike. Nightline, or Nightlines. It's hard to believe these were just sitting there. Now this one's interesting. If you can read that, it actually says Airwolf. Daddy's Gone A-Hunting. It's not Airwolf. It's actually Kit versus Car. And what happened was this label fell off of here. So this was an Airwolf case for the same thing, a rough cut of Airwolf. But then they reused the case, got rid of the tape, and then this is what was on there. Interestingly, look what they call the episode, Kit versus Cat. So that was obviously a typo. We got Kit versus Car, Custom Made Killer. These are all third season episodes, by the way. This one's interesting. So we have Night and Retreat, but there's actually 2 copies of Night and Retreat. There's old version, do not use, and new version. So the differences between these is this is more of a rough cut. So this is dated February 4th of 85. This is dated February 6th of 85. So this one has less of the insert shots and other graphics, and then this one has a few more added in. Unfortunately, there's no lost or deleted footage or outtakes or anything. This is closer to the final cut than not. So it's all edited together for the most part. There are some differences between this and what aired, but for the most part, they're pretty much the same, just rougher, no background noise, no sound effects. All of the audio from Kit, you don't hear any background noise. It's all like studio audio, which is amazing. All right, we've got the Bad Apples. And what's neat about this one is, take a look at this card that was in here that's all faded. Look what it says, Don Peake. Don, to help you score G, Gino Grimaldi, the series producer. And look how it's faded. It has just been sitting like this for 40 years, just like that. What else do we have? I told you we had custom-made killer. We've got the 19th hole. We've got the Ice Bandits, another early second season episode. We've got Night of the Chameleon, or just Chameleon, as it says here. And what's this one? 58619, this is Lost Night, one of my absolute favorite episodes, rough cut of Lost Night. And then there's some other stuff in here. There's this American Film Institute, A New Voice from 1983, and a rough cut of Revenge of the Nerds. But not the whole, no, it's not the whole movie. It's just a couple reels of the movie, but it's a rough cut of Revenge of the Nerds. How awesome is that? So we've digitized all of these except for the Bad Apples at this point. The Bad Apples tape is kind of deteriorated. We need to get it baked, and then it should be better. We should be able to digitize it. So this is the only one we haven't digitized yet. All of this is digitized, and it is glorious. We'll show you just a couple quick samples right now of these tapes. We haven't yet figured out how we're going to get this. Like, we definitely want to get this out so you can see it. We're just trying to figure out how, but we'll give you a few sneak peeks here so you can kind of get a feel for what's on these tapes. It's incredible.
Your eyes open. Your eyes open.
Out. That thing is huge. He almost got us.
You're telling me?
The voltage on that generator is rising fast.
One thing at a time. Hang on!
Damn! Michael, I have no traction.
Kit, you all right?
Some peripheral systems are damaged, Michael, but I'm structurally sound.
All right, so yes, these rough cuts are absolutely incredible, but that's not all we found in Don's garage. Besides finding some of the original scoring sheets for some episodes, we also found this cassette tape. This cassette tape contains something that was meant for Knight Rider, but never ever made it to air. It's absolutely amazing. So as you know, Don Peake came onto the show replacing Stu Phillips. Stu recorded the pilot through Forget Me Not, the first 12 episodes, and then Don Peake came in. Stu Phillips was responsible for the Knight Rider theme song. Well, when Don came on, and he got through scoring the rest of the first season, one of the things he wanted to do was come up with a new main title theme song for Knight Rider. He wanted to take what Stu had put together, but make it his own, which you can't blame him, right? He's a composer. He wanted to make the show his own. So we had known for a long while, that that Don was interested in creating another version of the theme, but we had never heard it. You guys can see where I'm going with this. We had never heard it, never seen it, whatever. This tape contains that theme from that recording session. Knight Rider main title 83, MT83. Now, we didn't know what this was. I saw this tape originally. It said Knight Rider MT83, and I thought, I pretty quickly thought MT was main title or main theme, but I just thought it was a copy of the theme from the show. Oh, it is not. This is probably the only copy in existence of Don's re-recorded theme that was going to premiere at the start of season 2. Now, Don was also wonderful with keeping notes. We had the opportunity to look through some of his notes, and we can tell you exactly when this was recorded and some of the details behind it. So, this was recorded September 6th of 1983. So, season 2 of the show premiered in October with Goliath. So this was a month or so before season 2 premiered. Which about makes sense, right? So he created this. I'm sorry, I got that wrong. I'm looking at my notes here. He wrote the music for the theme song on September 6th. He recorded this on September 8th, 2 days later. Submitted it to the powers that be at Universal, mainly Robert Foster, the executive producer. 11 days went by. September 19th of 1983, he got a call from Robert Foster saying they were going to keep the original theme. And then this got shelved. Interestingly, our friend Jacob Peterson, a number of years ago, interviewed Stu Phillips, and Stu knew of this re-recording of the theme, and he got wind of it during this period in September of '83, and he was actually partially responsible for nixing the idea of switching to this. Here is what Stu told us a couple years ago on this new theme.
I got a call from my friend at the Universal Library, my buddy, and he said to me, I don't know if you know it, he said, but there's a rumor going around that a composer, a Knight Rider, wants to write a new theme for Knight Rider. And he's actually got a session called to record the theme, on his new theme. They want to throw out the old Knight Rider. So I said, thanks for calling, and I called Glenn immediately on the phone, and he got on, and I said, Glenn, they're talking, this composer wants to change the theme, wants to write a new theme for Knight Rider. And Glenn, well, of course, it hit Glenn because he's got his name on it, Yeah. So, yeah, not on. He said, over my dead body. He said they changed that.
Yeah.
He said, thanks for calling. I'll get back to you. The next thing I know, the whole session is canceled and everything's dropped because Glenn called the network and he said they're talking about changing the Knight Rider theme, and the network says if they do, we drop the show. So Glenn says, do me a favor, and would you call the brass up at Universal Television and tell them that? And so they did. The network called the big honchos up there, the Wasserman and everything, and they said to him, we'll drop that show if they change the theme. So they sent the word down, there will be no new theme on Knight Rider.
All right. So now that you know the story of this, it's time to debut it. For the first time ever, this music is going to be made public. And if you like what you hear on this tape, we're offering on knightriderhistorians.com a digital download of this theme, complete with the intro and outro cue. So it's the entire cue. What you're going to hear here is just the music, but it'll be the entire cue on knightriderhistorians.com. Go to our shop, go to our music downloads, and you'll find it there. And this all, benefits Don Peake. So we're so thankful for Don for letting us dig into this stuff. So with all that said, here is the lost Knight Rider theme for the second season. Isn't this absolutely amazing? I know, I'm talking and I'm ruining the moment for you, right? But I'm doing that for a reason. Don Peake generously allowed us to go through his garage and find these treasures. So let's all thank him by heading over to knightriderhistorians.com and purchasing this theme. It's only a couple bucks, and it helps Don and supports him and shows him how much his work means to all of us all these years later. All right, guys, that's all I've got for today. Wasn't this absolutely incredible? Look at these Knight Rider treasures that we thought never existed or were long gone, and now we're able to bring them to you. So more to come on these rough cut tapes. We will find a way to make it so you guys can see the entirety of these tapes. They're absolutely amazing. We got one more video left in our California Adventure series, and that is our actual trip to see Tesla with our original kit at an event at Warner Brothers. We go to the Peterson Museum. You'll see us getting the car ready, getting it shipped over to Tesla, and the whole event. It was absolutely insane. So that's a whole nother video that you'll see next time. If you're not already subscribed to this channel, be sure you do. Like this video. Tell your friends. Knight Rider Historians is where it's at. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Hello friends, it's me, Kit. When I'm not out fighting crime, I like to follow my friends at knightriderhistorians.com. Check it out.